ancients.
So this will make the game much harder. It'll put me in the hardest difficulty automatically. See, NG plus 7 token. Which means I'm now in the hardest difficulty that the base game has to offer, with a brand new character. I've done this part once already, but I forgot to record it. So, you know, that's cool. The only tough part is the first couple enemies before the Asylum Demon. I've done this type of challenge before, so the Asylum Demon isn't really that difficult for me. My last try, I did it. I beat the Asylum Demon on my first attempt, so... I could punch it to death, but that would actually just take forever, so no. Grab the shield even though I don't use it. This guy, mostly so he doesn't shoot me in the back and kill me while I'm going through that fog wall. And also just kind of show how much tankier everything is. In a normal game that would have killed me, or I would have killed it in a single backstab. Like the shortcut. Honestly, if I die on my first Asylum attempt, I'll probably just go in through the front door again and fight the boss without doing the plunge attack, because the plunge attack only really shortens it by like a minute or so overall. That was a little messy, but I could have just done it in a couple of backstabs if I was paying attention. This is the most dangerous part, because you can accidentally aggro this. You can accidentally aggro multiple of these guys, and you don't want to do that because it just makes it that much harder. Really, two-handing improves the damage so much. Okay, I did aggro him, but he took long enough to get over here that it didn't matter. Come on, do an attack. There we go. If you time it correctly, you can just walk around and... Oh, no, didn't time it right. And just get a backstab as he's getting up. Backstab him. I would go fight the soldier in there, but there's no real point to doing that, and since one mistake will kill me, I don't want to risk it. Instead, I'm going to fight this. If you time that right, as you're doing the plunge attack, as it first connects, you can press R1 again, and that'll do a little bit of bonus damage. This boss fight really isn't that hard. Mainly you just want to bait out this attack, and if you stay on her left leg like that, she'll constantly do that attack, which is basically just free hits if you don't roll like I did on accident. You just do like that, you get a free hit. Back up, and repeat. And then the cycle will continue until the boss is dead. Could have been bad. She was really close to the wall. specifically what you want to do is bait out that attack, and as soon as you see her rearing back for it, just step back, and then sprint in and get the running attack. So the running attack does the most damage. You can go for a follow-up hit, but if you stay in too long, you'll have to roll out in order to avoid the swipe. And yeah, just you rinse and repeat until the boss is dead. This is honestly the most boring part of the run. Once you get out of here, it opens up significantly because you can start getting more damage through like the Black Knight Halberd, which on my first attempt of this today, I messed up and lost the For Humanity, and then as a result of that, I also didn't get the Black Knight Halberd, which is kind of bad. But since I was restarting it anyways to get the recording, well, I'll get a second chance at the Black Knight Halberd, which not necessarily does not mean that I'm going to get the Black Knight Halberd, because in trying to do speedruns, I've gone 20 or 30 attempts where get there, you kill the Black Knight, and then no Halberd. So I'd say it's probably more likely than not that we won't get the Halberd, but if we do, that will be pretty much set for a while, until it starts getting to a certain point, at which point we'll probably switch to Dark Bead, Manus Catalyst strats, because that's optimal damage. Excuse me. That attack is very dangerous because it has a large hitbox that extends outside of the weapon itself, and also a shockwave. Now, if you get hit by the shockwave, it won't kill you. It'll take 2 or 3 of those shockwaves to kill you. But it's not good. It can stagger you, and if you're not careful, she can hit you with a follow-up, which will kill you. You get hit by any of her attacks in general, they will leave you at very low health, and her more powerful attacks will outright kill you. But yeah, this is incredibly boring. Not quite as boring as Fist Only, though. This is slightly faster. I think Fist Only takes 20 minutes if you do it like this. This only takes 5-10 minutes. It's very similar to Fist Only, though, just because of how much health the boss has, because this is NG plus 7. But Fist Only, the Silent Demon has like 200 or 300 health, or maybe it's 500, something like that. And punching does 1 to 2 damage. It's bad. See? If you get hit by that, it's pretty much game over. I'm not going to bother healing. I'm just going to hope I don't mess up the dodge again, or get hit. Because at this late stage, it would be very unfortunate. Oh, actually, she gave me an opportunity, so I'd be remiss not to take it. Especially given that she immediately did that the attack that I hate again. That could have been very bad. what I would call death of 1,000 cuts. Once you get done to that last little chunk, it doesn't actually show damage, but you'll die in this next hit. Yeah, see? The Pilgrim's Key and a Humanity I should get as well. Yep, there we go. And then I'll get 14,000 souls or so, which will be enough to hopefully be able to wield the to get enough stats to be able to two-hand the Black Knight Halberd, supposing I get it. It'll definitely be enough for the Black Knight Sword, which I can try to... There are multiple ones that I can try to get fairly easily. Let me level up. 18 dex and I think 20-something strength, so I'll just dump all my points into strength. 21 strength sounds about right. It might be 23 or 24. But with how tough enemies are and how many souls they give, it shouldn't be too difficult to get enough souls for a couple more level ups, supposing I don't have enough stats already. Although I would like to devote those souls to upgrading the halberd, because there are several crystal lizards that you can get that I'll be able to use to upgrade the halberd to +3. Fun fact, that in the Black Knight halberd run, speed run, you only ever upgrade it to +3. But it just does so much damage. Did I grab the humanities? Yes, I did. Good. I'm not going to pop those until I get to the Black Knight, because it's very possible that I'll die to the drakes down here while I'm trying to get the red tearstone ring. My last attempt, I actually lost my 4 humanity fighting the Black Knight, doing something dumb. But this, in doing that, I figured out a pretty reliable strat to get the Black Knight to fall off the cliff. So hopefully that won't happen again. Again, that's assuming that I can time the backstab correctly while he's getting up from the first parry. But now that I'm de-rustifying from Dark Souls 1, hopefully I can do that. I'm going to run right again. Running left is technically better, but there's a chance you'll get hit by the lightning breath, so I want to avoid that when at all possible. Run to the left. I'm going to ignore that set. Yes, there we go. Wonderful. Now, all I gotta do is hope that I can get high enough to avoid the lightning. Because that climbs up the wall in an interesting way. And it'll kill you. Now, I'm probably going to die here. But now that I have the RTSR, that's not that big of a deal. Strat. Just to backstep off. Oh, okay. That's fine. Normally, I guess I was supposed to do a plunging attack to stagger them. But that's fine. That's only 400 souls. Now I have the red tearstone ring. So, that's wonderful. That is probably the most important item for this challenge and this mod, because this is the NG plus Infinite mod, where every time you beat the game after NG plus 7, which we are currently in, you can see by this token, the difficulty, every single enemy in the game will be scaled up 6% in all aspects: soul count, damage, HP, and it's not a linear scale, it's a exponential scale. So if we say NG plus 7 is 100% difficulty, NG plus 8 with this mod will be 106%. But then that also becomes the new 100%. So the next time it'll be 6% more difficult than NG plus 8. So NG plus 9 is 6% more difficult than NG plus 8, which is 6% more difficult than NG plus 7. So it stacks cumulatively to the point where after a few runs it becomes exponentially more difficult. Which is why I have not bothered putting any points in health, and I probably won't bother putting any points in health, except maybe up to 20 for the purposes of getting past the lava in the Centipede Demon boss fight, and being able to get to a specific spot there that I normally use to fight the Centipede Demon. After that, though, I won't be putting any points, because the later runs, because they become cumulatively more difficult, there will become a point where no matter, even if I had 99 health, or 99 vitality, everything would still one-shot me. I'm lighting this bonfire just in case I die, because if I die, which is likely, I would say, I don't want to have to worry about dying as I run back to this guy. Okay, got the first parry. Now, if I correctly time this, I can launch him down there. Well, this is suboptimal. The objective is to get him over to that ledge and knock him off. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Oh, I didn't pop the humanities. I got it anyways. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Wonderful. Run is a go. Now, let's see. Can I wield it yet? Unable to wield this weapon effectively with present stats. So, no. I need more points in strength. I think 23 is the minimum, if I'm remembering correctly. Yes, indeed. 23 is the minimum. So we're just going to do like this, and we're going to also equip the Grass Crest Shield. And we're going to put our remaining points into Endurance, because I think we're probably going to Fat Roll. Or Mid-Roll. Yeah, we're Mid-Rolling right now, so I don't think we can wear the shield. That is not very good. I guess we'll stick with the Longsword for now. Okay, so the play might be to go to Havel and kill him for his ring. So I'll equip this. I'll just equip both. I'm gonna run up here. The only real issue with this weapon is it's incredibly heavy, but it has a fantastic moveset. You do R1 and then reset into another R1. It's one of the faster moves in the game. You can do like that, and it's incredibly good. So we need that. We need those Twinkling Titanites. That'll get us to +2. Then we can go to the Undead Berg, which is where we're about to go. Actually, since we're going this way anyways, we can grab the second Crystal Lizard. Well, actually, I'm going to grab that bow as well to aggro things. We have this bow. We can also use it to aggro individual enemies to be safer, so we don't get overwhelmed and die. Which, in a normal run, that wouldn't be much of an issue, because enemies won't be one-shotting you. But in a run like this, fighting enemies individually and using safe strats is ideal. We're definitely not going to go fight the Hydra right now, because that would be an incredibly awful idea. Not only is our weapon unupgraded, but we don't have any items that would help us kill it more reliably. Now, I think the Master Cube will unlock this, yes. Just got to watch out for Havel, who's right there. We're going to parry him. Even with the Black Knight Halberd doing 513 damage, only took about a quarter of his health. But now we pretty much win. Unless he decides to instantly turn around, which he can do. Thankfully, he hasn't decided to do that. He can there are certain cases where he can just instantaneously turn around and then start an attack. And if you're not prepared for it, it'll kill you, especially in a case like this. But now we have the Ring of Fallacious Power, which is a mod item. I don't remember what it... I don't know if actually what it does was discovered. But we're not going to use it right now. So now we can fast roll, which is very good. And we're going to go up here. We could go kill the Taurus Demon, since we're right here. But the most important thing right now is to get the Crystal Lizard, so we can upgrade the Black Knight Halberd to +3. This is another guy we have to look out for. Okay. I also want to grab several different items before we kill too many bosses to make this as painless as possible. There are several items introduced in the mod that make attempts on the bosses much easier. For example, there's an item that it's a pair of gloves, I believe, that make it so that whenever you die during a boss fight, as long as you're wearing them, it'll set your spawn to the boss fog that you went through. So every time you die, you can immediately skip the run back and make another attempt, which is very useful. Then there's a chest piece, which when you put it on automatically reduces your HP by 80% to put you into RTSR range. It does deduct exactly 80% from your maximum health, though, so you have to be at full health when you use it, otherwise you will potentially die. And there are several other items but I don't remember their exact purpose. Those two are the only ones that I really used. But now we can go back this way. We're going to run through the forest to Andre to upgrade this halberd, and then we'll let's see, we could do gargoyles. Since we have the halberd, there really is no issue about having to run around and get to Black Knights like there would have been last time. I guess we could do gargoyles. Won't be that bad. This is why the Black Knight Halberd is so good. It has high stagger rate, and if you allow it, instead of doing like this, if you just R1, reset, R1, it's very fast. And it does an incredibly good amount of damage, which is why it was used in speedruns. I don't remember if it's still used in the 90% speedrun, but it is used in the method that I am familiar with. Other runs might use a different weapon and then tumble buff it for maximum damage. Now we're going to go to Andre and reinforce weapon, reinforce the halberd to +3, which will give us very good damage. See our stats, 420 damage. Nice. And then we'll use our remaining levels on more endurance, I guess. I think this scales with strength, so I think our first two stats to max out will be strength. Yeah, it scales mostly with strength, so we'll probably get strength to 50 first, then dexterity, then intelligence. Now the reason we'll max out intelligence will come later down the line when we need optimized damage for the more difficult runs, where we'll be using Dark Bead and Dust Crown Ring. And Manus Catalyst for the most possible damage per attack. We'll still have probably this, or maybe Great Sword of Artorias, because we'll have those incredibly high stats. Oh shit, I'm dead. Yep. He does have a follow-up there, which I remembered right as I committed to R1ing. That could have been bad. The timing of that attack was very poor for me. If I just stood there, he probably would have killed me. Weapon I already have and do not plan to use. Awesome. Wow. That's what happens if you poorly time your parries. See, the only difficulty in this run is the regular mobs become very difficult very quickly. The bosses are not so much of an issue because I have played this game a lot and I've done this specific mod before. So I'm very familiar with the bosses. However, individual mobs are difficult simply due to the quantity of them and the fact that they can do unexpected things. Well, really just due to general unfamiliarity with their patterns, as opposed to the bosses, which I know very well. I'm gonna leave this guy out here. Come on, buddy. You can parry this guy, interestingly. However, you cannot riposte him. His attacks do have... They're interesting in that they have a lot of wind-up, but once he commits, they come out very quickly. Now, there's no real reason to pick up the Firekeeper Soul. Because given that I'm not going to be upgrading my health at all, and that most of the times when I die, I'll just die in one hit anyways. But, see, case in point. Might as well give in to old habits. Now, I think that was counter damage, because I committed to an attack when he hit me. But, yeah. This mod is actually very fun. I think the first time I did it, I made it to NG plus 20 or 25. But on stream, I'm going to be attempting to get all the way to NG plus 99, which is where this mod stops scaling. So it's not actually NG plus infinite, but NG plus 99 will be incredibly difficult. In fact, the only boss I'm not confident that I could beat in NG plus 99 is 4 Kings. Mostly because the majority of my playthroughs until recently were I would Havel tank the 4 Kings as opposed to dodging them. So even though I can now dodge them, I'm not as familiar with Are you shitting me? Well, anyways, I'm not as familiar with dodging the 4 Kings as I am just face tanking them, which in NG plus 99 will not work. Even if I had 99 HP or 99 vitality and the strongest armor in the game, I would still be one shot, or at best 2 shot, which obviously won't work if you're trying to Havel tank. But the more pressing concern would be in that instance that the Kings would be spawning faster than I could kill them, due to the amount of HP that they have, which was a concern that the mod creator had, and actually halved the scaling of the Four Kings from 6% as normal to 3% for specifically the Four Kings. However, at NG plus 9 with 92 consecutive exponential increases, I'm not sure it'll matter too much. Oh, a Balder helm. Now, if we end up getting a Balder swag sword, I will definitely be using it. Okay, now let's not get one shot through a window. Be very careful with these guys, because although they are just hollows, a single hit from these guys will kill me. As you can see right there. I didn't think that would hit me. I thought my dodge would have taken me far enough back. Probably gonna have a few deaths leading up to gargoyles. Primarily because I'm not wearing any armor, and, well, armor won't help that much, to be honest. Just due to the sheer amount of damage they can put out. Especially this late in the game with 11 vitality. Okay. The reason I'm taking it like this is I could run through them, like all the enemies up here, but the run through for this section up here is very difficult. It's kind of RNG, and I would rather have a guaranteed get through here by killing all the enemies than... Oh, time to go around the corner, because he's probably gonna... Yep, use magic. Oh, I think he's bottlenecked them. Yep. Well, this is just perfect. Okay, they managed to push their way through, that's fine. Ooh, that was dangerous. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, the channeler's reset, which is fine. They're stuck on him again. Well, this is dangerous. Oh, well, he gave me a free couple kills because he didn't feel like attacking me. That's fine. Oh, and the buff is gone, so I might not die in a single hit. Oof. Nope, that still did plenty of damage. Okay. Well. Now I can get through and actually make an attempt at the gargoyles. And the channeler doesn't actually... Before I do that, I'm going to go up here and get the Ring of Favor and Protection. I don't need it. However, it is a very useful ring. I probably won't go grab it now. I'm just going to free Lautrec. And I'll grab it when I go back down after killing the gargoyles. Gargoyles are going to be very interesting because the RTSR setup that normally gets used for the speedrun, first of all, I can't do because I killed the Mace Knight. But second of all, doesn't work in this. So there is no RTSR setup for this. However, so I don't get that extreme bonus damage from the RTSR ring. And since I'm going to be get one shot anyways, this will be an interesting fight. It won't be too hard until the second one comes down, but once the second one comes down, the fight is going to become obnoxious. Well, I do have 27,000 souls, so I should consider not doing the fight now. But, as they say, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So I'm going to make an attempt now. That's not great. Ooh, that was dangerous. Bad positioning. Oh, I hate that attack so much. Okay. Ooh, that could have gone very badly. The play there was not to roll back. I could have rolled to the side and avoided. Both of them and gotten in some free damage. However, oof, that was also close. Okay, first try. That went far better than I thought it was going to. Wow. Adrenaline pumping. I think the first time I did this, it took several attempts, which was only made worse. Wow, 66,000 souls. Which is only made worse by the long run back. Thankfully, don't have to worry about that, because did it on my first try, and now I have almost 100,000 souls to put into levels, which this early on is very, very good. Probably put most of them in strength and endurance just so I can do fashion souls. Once I get strength to 50, I'll start putting points into dex, because the Black Knight Halberd does get minor dex scaling. But the primary thing here is the end game melee weapon I'll be using is Greatsword of Artorias, because at the end of the day it scales with 4 stats, and although it has split damage, in the long term, with 50 in all 4 stats, it will out DPS most weapons. Now, there are weapons that will. Also, I have to get, well, what is it? Because that's required. But there are weapons like the Grant that will out damage it with 50 strength, 50 faith. But I like the Greatsword of Artorias more than the Grant. So. And at the end of the day, I'll primarily be using magic once we get to those later new games. And I'm talking like at 30 or NG 30 or 40. Luckily, you don't have to do single cycles at a time, so I don't have to go NG plus 7, NG plus 8, NG plus 9. If you do certain bosses, which I believe are the Manus, Calamite, and the 4 Lord Soul bosses, and Gwyn, will allow you to skip 5 NG cycles. So I'll go from NG plus 7 to NG plus 12. In one go. So if you do all of that, you can skip through NGs very quickly. I don't think I'll do that for the first few playthroughs, just so I can get a good amount of souls without the difficulty increasing that drastically. Because again, there are 2 hard parts to this playthrough. The first playthrough is very difficult because you're starting with a fresh character, and the second most difficult part after that is the later NGs, once you hit low NG 30 or 40, where the damage is just not enough. So we'll put all those points into strength, getting us up to 39 strength. Very good. Where to next? Let's see, I've done that. I could go do Quelaag. Yeah, let's do Quelaag. Actually, first, let's get the Ring of Favor and Protection. Actually, no, I don't want to do Quelaag yet. I want to go do Capra Demon, which means I need to kill. Well, it doesn't. I don't have to kill Taurus Demon. However, I need to go back up here to the Undead Parish to grab the Watchtower key, or it might be the basement key. The key to get to the lower Undead Burg. Because the Capra Demon, I believe, is the boss that gives you either the gloves that respawn you outside the boss room when you fail, or the chest piece that puts you into RTSR range. Of the two, the chest piece is more important to me right now, because I need all the damage I can get, and I can beat all the bosses without taking damage. But at this point in the game, Capra Demon is going to be fairly difficult. Not because the boss itself is hard, but because of the dogs. Of course, in every Souls game, the dogs are stupid. But they're possibly at their worst in Dark Souls 1. Actually, I take that back. They're probably at their worst in Dark Souls 3, where they can teleport. But Dark Souls 1 is a close second in terms of how bad dogs are. I'm going to go down here. And I don't actually, yeah, I'm going to kill this guy for the souls. And also just because I can. Now this is the best place to be on him. Because it's fairly easy to avoid damage. He'll do 2 attacks. For this one. You can jump back, or you can do this. Oh, that's poor positioning. You just have to be careful not to get hit by that, and he's in a really shitty spot right now. Dancing around this pillar. That. I don't like him being around this particular section, because then I have to worry about the positioning of the terrain as well, which is inconvenient, to say the least. You can see it would be very easy to die because you got stuck on a piece of terrain. No stagger. He's in kind of a bad position right now. Oh, yeah, and the grab attack. That is dangerous. Oh, and he's dead. So the only reason I really did that is because some extra souls, sure, but also the Demon Titanite, which will be important later on for upgrading the Greatsword of Artorias, being as that will be our primary weapon for this run. Well, not primary weapon. For the first few runs, obviously, the Black Knight Halberd is the best DPS we're going to get for a while. Until we can get our stats up 50, 50, 50, 50. At which point the Greatsword of Artorias outdamages the Black Knight Halberd. And then obviously we need to do several run-throughs to get Dark Bead. And I'm going to kill all these enemies. Because I don't particularly feel like dying while I'm trying to get the basement key. And then we'll run back around and kill Taurus. And all of that good stuff. Bring our weapon here. Hello, come over here, sir. Baller Swag Sword would be a nice weapon to have, actually. Not particularly optimal, but it is a very good dex weapon. And would be potentially a good item to have just as a reserve weapon. She's doing that to get his attention. Make him run up here, so we don't have to worry about aggroing the rapier guy. It gave me easy attacks to parry that time, luckily. And he didn't even do anything that time, which is nice. I appreciate that. Now, we could go the completely backwards way. But that has a few of its own problems. Yeah, it's the basement key. At the very least, we can stop this guy from opening the door. Or from closing the door, sorry. Yeah, and now we're done because we aggro those guys. I don't feel like dealing with the archers right now. So now we're going to go back and we're going to take the long way around to get to Taurus Demon. And kill him. Meanwhile, those guys are running around upstairs. They might try to make their way down, so I'm going to hurry up and get on the elevator. Let's see. After we take Taurus Demon down, we can go to Capra Demon. Capra Demon is probably one of the more difficult fights for this specific run, because the dogs, which are annoying enough in a normal run, will also absolutely one-shot us, which makes them that much more difficult to deal with. Hopefully, Grass Crushel will be sturdy enough to take at least one hit from them. But it might take a few attempts. Actually, hold on. Let me check something real quick before. Let's see. I want to check where a specific item is. That might make this easier. I think the items are listed here. Let's see. Posts. There's a specific post I'm looking for that will tell me where the items I want are. Oh well, not really important. Either I'll get the item I want or I won't. Hello, whoever just joined. So, we've killed gargoyles, and we're on our way to kill Taurus Demon and then Capra Demon for a mod item, which will make the game, my life, that much easier. Now, here's the question. Can I swing this halberd in here? Yes, I can. Good. I couldn't remember. Alright. Grab the soul, even though I don't really need it. Oh, hey, Fred. If you don't know this mod, the mod that I'm playing starts you off at the hardest difficulty the base game offers, and then every time you beat the game afterwards, it gets 6% more difficult. And I started with a brand new character at regular, as if I'd started playing the game with a fresh file. Basically, anything that hits me right now will kill me. See? I died. Although part of that was counter damage, so I might not have been killed if I just stood still. Oh shit. I should have rested at Firelink Shrine. I'm actually not putting any points in health at all, because once I hit the later, more difficult sections, I'll just get one shot anyways. So there's no point in wasting the levels, even though technically it would help me in the early runs. There are several items that make it so that I can instantly be put in RTSR range for maximum damage, and since I'm going to be playing most of the time like that anyways, putting those points in health would be useless. Okay, now I'm gonna rest at this bonfire so that I don't die, so that when I die next, I don't have to run as far back. Oh shit. Are you kidding me? He's supposed to continue throwing fireballs, but I guess he decided I wanted to die. Or that I needed to die. I don't have an upgraded bow, so killing him from range is not really an option. Let's do like this. I always kill this rat because rats have a chance to drop humanity, which is a very useful item. That heals you to full. Well, I guess it's less useful in this particular type of run, because I'm not putting any points in health, but it gives you full health, and it also raises your item drop chance to a certain extent. But only the item drop chance only goes up, only scales to 10 humanity on your bar. It would have been helpful if I used that when I was getting this weapon, which has a low drop chance, but I got lucky and got it anyway, so I didn't really need it. Shit. Okay, now I'm going to play intelligently instead of recklessly. And let these guys come to me so I don't have to worry about getting shot. Could parry them, but with there being multiple, that's kind of risky. Over here. And then I don't technically have, well, actually with this weapon I do have to two-hand. But when you parry like that, it's actually, when you two-hand, you can't immediately parry, so I do a little step back, so that I don't try to hit him too early for the parry. Yeah, I'm gonna rest this motherfucker, so I'm probably gonna die. Actually, I already technically been into this area, because I briefly ran in to kill Havel and get his ring, so that I didn't medium roll with these two, with the halberd and the shield equipped. I'm gonna wait. If you go too far into this building, the soldier who will come in. Where the hell did you come from? That's not good. Yep. Okay. I mistimed that. Oh right. Okay, I know where he came from. Well, now the soldiers gonna come in all the time anyways, so oh well. If I die one more time, I'm just gonna start running through. 'Cause I don't feel like fighting all these enemies. Yeah, that's where that guy came from earlier. Dead. Now I don't have to worry about him. Just barely missed on that parry. Also, Fred, while you're here, how is the sound? Is it too loud? Because I can adjust it. Shit. That's not supposed to happen. Oh, scheisse. Okay. That's good. I rolled in literally the only place I couldn't have rolled. Which is wonderful. So wait, I'm just gonna start running through. I don't need to worry about this. Nothing I need to grab or kill here, so fuck it. And the guy with the barrel up there has already triggered the barrel because I came briefly. You fucker. Okay, good. Barrel's already been triggered, so I don't have to worry about that. Because when I came through here last time, I came up here to grab the crystal lizard. This boss is always interesting because there's actually a cheese on where you can make him fall off the map. I'm not exactly familiar with how to do it. But if you get him in the right position over here, you can make him jump back and he'll just fall off the edge. It's kind of funny. Instead, I'm going to do the safe way. Not the grocery store, though. I'm going to run over here. And plunge attack. Now, if you stay up here for too long, he'll actually just jump up. Oh, I almost missed. Wow, that actually did really good damage. I was expecting... The most dangerous part here is when he steps, he can deal damage to you. Yep, see? Oh, fuck me dead. See, he stepped on me, and that almost killed me. Although that did put me in RTSR range, so that might be the way to go. Let him step on me once for maximum damage. As long as I don't panic roll afterwards and get hit by the next attack. Fuck. Oh, actually, that's perfect. What am I talking about? That's not a fuck. As long as I don't get hit again, I'm now in RTSR range, which means the boss will die that much quicker. Thank you. Excuse me. Excuse me. Pardon me. Pardon me. That is actually ideal, now that I think about it. Because now I'm in RTSR range, my damage will be effectively doubled. The only dangerous part about this is, if these fuckers shoot me once, I'm gonna die. Why didn't that dodge? Actually, I just came up with an even better strat. If I get here with full health, I can kill one of them and let the other shoot me. And that should put me in RTSR range, because they're the same enemy as that. Also, that snipe, because I noticed that it went through that window and hit me right there. When I was coming through here. Get out of my way. That might be a good idea. Okay, so execute plan, don't fucking die. Okay, shoot me. No, don't pull out your sword. That'll do too much damage. Let me go over here, maybe he'll pull out his... I'm gonna do something dangerous that might kill me. Oh, perfect. Okay. No, not perfect, actually. Because I'm not... Actually, I might just be able to... Yes, okay. Wonderful. Now I'm in RTSR range, which effectively doubles my damage, I believe. It's either 50% or 100% increase to damage. So, this is gonna hurt him. Although, if I get... At this level of HP, if I get steppy stomped, I'm gonna die. Oh, yeah, that's good. Fucking hell, of course. See, he stepped on me. Unfortunately, that's not my fetish. That could have been bad. He almost hit me. Yeah. Like I said, it almost doubles your damage, I believe. Before defenses are taken into account. If I had hit him one more time, he probably would have died. That's why RTSR is so good. And it doubles all types of damage. Magic, physical, everything. Fuck! Well, there's a simple fix. No, I'm not going to do that. Just heal that. Maybe he'll step on me again. Oh, maybe I could have gotten that guy to stab me to the wall. That would have probably been to the fall wall. That would probably been. Oh. Thanks, Tor. Oh, you bitch! I've never seen that happen before. Oh well. That has lingered. That's dangerous. The good thing about this weapon is it does 20% increased damage to demons. which this guy is, obviously. Funnily enough, before you got here, Fred, I managed to kill the gargoyles on my first try. So now that he's dead, we can go work our way to getting Capra Demon. Capra Demon is going to be a bitch and a half. Not because the boss itself is difficult, but because he has dogs. And dogs in these games are awful. They tend to be very glitchy. And there's 2 of them in the boss arena, which is just wonderful. So I'm going to go back up and unlock this shortcut over here, which leads back to that bonfire that I was respawning at. See? And I'm going to spend these 30,000 souls. So the Capra Demon will probably take more than a few attempts. Start putting points into endurance. The only reason I'm putting points into endurance, well, actually, there's 2 reasons. Endurance gives stamina, which means more attacks and more dodges, which is a good thing. I could probably do this with base stamina if I wanted to, but that doesn't sound fun, and also I won't be able to sprint for as long. But also because it gives me more weight so that I can put on fancy-looking clothing. See, holy shit, I didn't die. Cool. Time to run for my life. Fuck. Yeah. See, the biggest problem with dogs is their attacks have hitboxes in weird places, and a lot of them have very little wind-up, so it can be difficult to avoid them. The good thing, though, is I don't get one-shot by the dogs, which means I can probably use them once I'm in the boss arena to get into RTSR, hopefully, but then I have to be very careful so that they don't kill me. Fuck. See, he didn't even really do an animation that time, he just ran up to me and I died. Which is why before I even came down here, I went to this bonfire because I didn't want to lose those souls. But this will not be the run-up that I'm taking. Oh, fuck me dead. The other thing is you probably shouldn't stop sprinting once you get here. Because, yeah. Which actually, now that I think about it, I have a ring that I picked up a while ago and did not put on. So I'm going to swap... Oh shit, no, I didn't pick it up. That's bad. I'm gonna go check on something real quick. If I lost that ring, I'm gonna be slightly upset. Not really upset, but slightly upset. Hopefully it's still there. But I killed Lautrec earlier, and I was supposed to save and quit the game and then pick up his ring, but I didn't do that. I forgot to do that. So I'm going to run down there and see if it's still there. I hope it's still there. Fuck. Hey, RTSR. That Ring of Fallacious Power or whatever, that's a mod item actually. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's a item that you trade at the Crow in the Asylum, but I don't remember what exactly it gives you. I guess we can find that out after I kill Cap. Oh, fuck me. I don't want to rest at that bonfire, so I'm glad that I couldn't rest there. Oh, good, it's still here. Cool. So, Ring of Favor and Protection. I'm going to use this Homeward Bone so I don't have to walk all the way back to the bonfire. And then I'm going to swap out the Havel Ring for Ring of Favor and Protection, which gives me slightly more health, which is good. But importantly, it also gives me more endurance and equip weight. Which, having more stamina might be the key to being able to make it through. Fuck me. Which might be the key to making it through those dogs. But either way, I'm going to stream probably about another half an hour. So I don't want the recording to get too big. So I'm also planning on posting this to YouTube. Fuck! I couldn't see him. Oh, actually, that fire's doing a lot of damage to them. I might be able to do that really weird strat where you hide behind the fire and kill them that way, so I don't have to worry about those first few dogs. That might make my life easier. I'm good to go. Leave this one last dog. This is the strat, apparently. They don't have that much health. And before I end up on the new streamer burning dogs live on Twitch. Okay, now I'm gonna run the west. Oh wait, I should probably heal. Fuck. Okay, that was dumb. Yep. I probably should have healed before I aggroed all those enemies. Yeah. That would have been smart. Okay. We're learning, boys. Oh, shit. Well, I didn't have a lot of options there, I'm gonna be honest. They got to the stairs before I could get through them. Which is obviously not a good thing. I don't actually know what I could have done, but, well, as I proceed to die again. I don't think there was much I could have done there. I maybe could have blocked one of them and then R1 to kill them both, but dogs attack very fast, which is the other thing that makes them so obnoxious to deal with. Their attacks have very little windup and they attack very quickly. So dealing with them in a situation like this can be a bit of a pain in the dick. Shit. See, and they just they kind of continuously attack. So they are very difficult to deal with when you can't just tank them. And I kind of fucked up because I didn't retreat far enough back into the fire. So yeah, that's what those dogs are what make the Capra even so hard. Because once you get into the boss arena where you actually fight the boss, there's two dogs immediately inside there that start attacking you. Nothing I can do. They're just super incredibly obnoxious. You know what, fuck, I might... They haven't... See, in normal runs, the fire will just one or two shot them. So you don't... and you can just kind of block them, so there's not much of an issue of having to worry about it like this. I don't remember what I did the first time I did this mod. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, I'm gonna make use of my shield this time. That'll probably help. Now I have a... now I'm using my brain. They can still probably break my guard in a couple of hits, but... There they go. Oh. That's awkward. Oh, he got bored of running into the wall. Hey buddy, you want to come over this way? Yeah, come over this way. Fido. Stop being stupid. And be more stupid over here. Yeah, there you go. Oh, this is awkward. Oh, I'm kind of just hoping at this point that he kind of stuck. Okay, there we go. Yes. Burn, baby, burn. Okay, I think I found the strat. Oh shit, there's a dog behind me. I didn't get all three of them. Run for your life. Run, streamer, run. Okay, that's the boss fog right there. However, I'm going to run and unlock a shortcut. And hopefully not get backstabbed to death by one of these guys. Or killed by a dog. Getting killed by a dog at this point would suck. Or a stray arrow by this guy over here that you can't see because he's just out of frame. But oh god, fuck. Oh god, fucking damn it. As soon as I get to that door, I'm safe. If I can unlock that door, we're golden. Okay, we're good. Now, for simplicity's sake, and for my sanity, I'm gonna go sit at this bonfire. Going to repair my halberd. It doesn't really need to be repaired, but it's better to get in the habit so that I don't end up having it break, because that would suck. Oh hi, that's a lot of damage. Okay. Now for the most difficult part of this area. Actually, when my brother was first playing this game, I was helping him out, right? And we got to this part of the game, and I showed him this shortcut and everything, and then he went and he fought the Capra Demon, and then he beat the Capra Demon on his first try. And although I did help him a little bit with just telling him what was in there, but my first playthrough, I died to this boss so many times. Just so many times. And he did it on his first try. And I was super salty about that. Didn't... Oh, you're just gonna... Okay. Now, the thing here is those dogs are gonna aggro on me, I think. I can just run in! In! Okay, okay. So the strat here... Hold this up. Dodge that. Dodge this dog. Don't die. Oh, come on! He got in just the right position to cockblock me from getting up the steps. Wow. It was going so well, too. I got into the boss room, I made it the first 2 seconds alive, and then immediately died. That's why those dogs fucking suck. God damn it, really? I didn't think that was going to hit me. Fortunately, this is one of the only bosses with an annoying run back and also mobs in the boss room. Honestly, Capra Demon would be about 7,000 times easier if those fucking dogs were not in there. Like, and that's not even ironic. I'm not even saying that ironically. Like, the boss would be so much easier if those damn dogs were not in there. Because I can fight the boss, no difficulty. Like, the boss itself is not particularly hard after you fought it a few times. But those damn dogs, I swear, are the bane of my existence. Especially when they do shit like that and prevent me from getting past them and going up the stairs, which are the safe spot. The Capra Demon has difficulty with stairs, and he'll get to the top, and then he'll try to attack you and fall off. Which is your opportunity to take out the dogs. Fuck you. So I think what I'm gonna do... Oh, I have enough stats to wield as one hand. That's actually really good. Fuck. God damn it. Okay, so this is awkward. I can't get past the dog. Let's see. Okay, okay. This is very good, actually. I can one-shot the dogs while one-handing the Black Knight Halberd. I kind of forgot that I had the stats to one-hand this. So that's really good. Fuck, I mistimed my roll. That was awkward. So actually, this won't be that bad. I was kind of going into this with the assumption that I needed to be able to two-hand the Black Knight Halberd in order to be able to hit them. But I don't. Now, the only difficulty is that wall is going to make it really hard to be able to R1 them. I run the risk of clanging off the wall and then dying. I really hope this is the RTSR item. I just got dead angled. See, the interesting thing about shields in this game is they provide 180 degree protection in front of you, but that can be circumvented even if the enemy is in front of you if their attack goes behind you. Like if they arc the attack in a very specific way, they can hit you around your shield. It can be very annoying. Fuck. Didn't really need to do that. Stop it. Now that I know that I can wield the Black Knight Halberd, this could be, or one-hand the Black Knight Halberd. This probably won't be as bad because as soon as I can get up the steps and I don't have to worry about the Capra Demon insta-gibbing me, I can deal with the dogs without too much difficulty. Fuck, really? Wow. You're a bitch. You're a whole bitch. Okay, good, I got in. Dodge that, dodge that. Roll up here. Okay. Fall, please. Fall, please. Fall, please. Oh, God damn it! See, the thing is, even though he hit my shield and bounced off with it, he has a short enough recovery period that I can still get hit, and it's really annoying. But yeah, that's the strat. You get up there, you kill the dogs, and then Capra Demon's not that bad. Once the dogs are out of the way, it's pretty much free. The only part that sucks is the long run back. Oh, fuck you! I promise I dodged that, but the game disagreed with me. Out of my way, please. Thank you. There actually used to be a glitch in the original Dark Souls that they patched out, where if you were to rapidly one-hand and two-hand your weapon like this, it would slightly restore a bit of stamina so you could sprint for longer. Fuck you! Okay, well this is pretty much over. Yep, I mistimed my dodge, and he tracked. 15th time's the charm, right? Could you not get in my way like that, please? Thank you. He hit my shield and that delayed my dodge. That is unfortunate. Really? That dead angled me. Yeah, so that thing I was talking about earlier where the attacks can arc over your shield or around your shield, that's called dead angling, and that's what happened when that fireball hit me. I think I turned to the left just enough that the attack ignored my shield. that was counter damage, by the way. My normal R1 would not have hit, or would not have killed him, but because he was at the end of an attack stage, I got a, like, I think it's 20% bonus damage. Are you shitting me? On top of that, they also have really weird models and, they're not models, herd boxes. So even if they're not technically in your way, they can still stop you. Like what happened there, but right before he hit me, even though he shouldn't have been able to hit me because I was going up the stairs and he was not on, and his, yeah, fuck, there we go, that's fine actually. But their hurt boxes are a lot bigger than their model would lead you to believe. So they can just say, fuck you, no, you don't get to go wherever it was you were trying to go. And then I'm going to hit you instantly, even though I wasn't in an attack animation 0.1 seconds ago. And I was sprinting, so I aggroed the dogs. Okay, that's optimal. Okay, we got up here. This is good. Fuck! What I was talking about earlier, how if I'm not careful, my attacks will bounce off of the wall. Yeah, basically. My attack clanged with the wall, which then makes me take extra damage from enemies attacking me, which meant his second attack, which wouldn't have killed me normally, killed me. Just a matter, I think, of either getting myself in the right position that I can attack them without running into the wall, or getting them to fall off so that I can do a plunging attack on them. Which should allow me to one-shot them, because I can one-shot them while one-handing this thing. Okay, this is good. Okay, got one of the dogs. That's awesome. Chances of this attempt succeeding have risen drastically. Why did I do that? I'm stupid. I knew it would happen, but I tried anyways. Oh yeah, that hollow standing there is a shopkeeper that you can buy stuff from. However, she doesn't sell anything that I want, so she can eat it, I guess. Well, actually, I think she sells homeward. Oh fuck! That almost killed me. Okay. Okay. As long as that dog doesn't hit me as I'm running in, I think I should be able to get to the steps. But every time the dog hits me, it slows me down just enough that I can't run past the Capra Demon to avoid his slam. And I didn't account for that attempt, so... Fuck you. Wow, really? Did not expect that one. See, if I was using a different weapon, like a longsword or something, I could have used a stab attack. But the only problem with this weapon is its R2s suck. They're actually just trash. Here, once I get out of this tunnel, I'll show you them. They have massive amounts of wind-up. It's actually kind of crazy. Watch. That's the R2. Also, it has a huge stamina cost. And it's kind of funny, the jumping attack, like this, is both faster and consumes less stamina, but also does more damage. Are you kidding me? Really? Also, stuff like that can happen, where he's clearly not on the same level as me, but I still die. Wasn't that just like a wonderful hitbox right there? Yeah, those hitboxes are just, quite good. Nothing wrong with those hitboxes at all. Zero things. I thought I made it through there, but the dog decided, no, I don't think you will. The dogs are like Captain America. Throw it at me. Okay. And die. That actually works pretty well. If I didn't have to worry about the dogs, I'd actually just take that as an RTSR setup. I run into the boss fight like that, but these dogs combined with the other dogs make my life. Are you shitting me? Why didn't you run like you normally do? Hi there. Also, he can do that sometimes. Sometimes he does... His attack reaches just far enough that it'll hit you. And yeah. That happens. This boss fight is just full of wonders. And the best part is, even when the dogs are dead and I don't have to worry about them anymore, he could still just kill me. Honestly, if I didn't have to do this boss fight for the item that I need, I probably wouldn't. Because this boss is optional, and so is the next boss that I want to kill. But I can't get to the next boss that I want to kill, which is down through this door, right here, without the key that Capra Demon drops. Oh, shit. Could you not? And I'm... Okay, I made it through, but I'm still probably gonna die. Yep. I think I'm going to keep streaming. I know I said I was going to be done at 8, but I think I'm going to keep streaming until I kill Capra Demon. Unless Capra Demon doesn't die before 9 o'clock, in which case I'm going to have to admit defeat and go to bed. But I'm pretty sure Capra Demon holds one of the 2 items that I need to make this run infinitely less painful, so as unfortunate as it is, I have to deal with this nonsense until... Oh, are you shitting me? Did he really block? That's just wonderful. Fell on me, and it did that much damage. Why are you doing weird things now? Man, that strat was working so reliably. To just eat the hit and then kill him, and now it's not. Yeah, makes sense. This one hasn't learned how to adapt, though. He just does the same thing. Didn't adapt smartly enough, though. He just still kind of died. Okay, this is the attempt. I can feel it. fuck me, really? Why did it not dodge? I swear to God, I pressed the B button. But the game disagreed. I would have been fine, but the game did not let me dodge. Probably because the dog hit my shield again. It's always the dog hitting my shield that spells doom for these runs. Nope. 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 No parries for you. And when he does a little weird guard thing, he can technically parry you, but he's trash, so he usually doesn't. Did you just, yeah, commit to something. And die. I guess I could run past those guys, but I don't feel like it. Oh, I got a soft humanity for killing people. Cool. Killed those two. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, that makes sense. I definitely wasn't holding shield. Don't you just love it? I was holding shield, and he attacked on my shield, but I still got hit. I'm pretty sure it's because he was slightly above me. But not so far above that he didn't go over me. Are you shitting me? I dodged. I feel like I should be blaming this controller, because I promise I'm pressing the button. But it feels like a cop-out to blame the controller. No kill, no kill. What? Now I'm just dying to stupid stuff. There we go. When I don't do dumb things, I survive. It's a little fun. Okay. Okay, okay. Fall down, please. Fall down, please. Fall down, please. Thank you. No, 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 no. Don't do that. They're footstooling me as they're falling off. That's wonderful. Hi. Could you fall off, please? Fall off, please. Thank you. Oh, shit! Oh, fuck! The dog falling on me staggered me just enough that I couldn't dodge. But I did damage to the boss, so we're doing better. kill the dog and damage the boss. Baby steps. Promise you, I'm not bad at the game. This boss is just dog shit. And also, I'm playing the game in a way that is definitely not intended, which is totally not part of the problem. You know what? Come to think of it, can I equip any armor? Not those. Not those. Well, no, no armor yet. Okay. Really? I'm gonna drink there just to be safe and have full health. Oh god, now I'm stuck between the dogs! Fuck. The other thing that sucks is the dogs have awful AI, and they don't consistently do one or two things. They do a lot of different things at random, so it's kind of tough to account for what they're going to do on the way to the boss fog. Are you shitting me? I wonder if gravity kills give you overkill. Because there's an interesting mechanic where if you do more than, I think, 150% of the enemy's health in damage, you get 20% extra souls. So I wonder if falling applies a flat damage that just instantly kills everything, and thus would give you overkill, or if it just sets your health to 0 when you reach a certain point. Do this? No, we're gonna do this? Okay. Nice. Well, I'm probably fucked. Off, please. Down. Fuck! See, when he does that attack, it tracks really well. So, I rolled too early, and it just killed me. But I think I'm starting to figure out the optimal way to reliably get to the steps. you kidding me? Why did that happen? That's not what's supposed to happen. Also, just another interesting thing is sometimes you do the exact same thing, and the AI just decides, I'm going to do a different thing. Or I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to do the thing that I did before that, but better. Like that time, he tracked with that attack far better than he normally does for some reason. So yeah, I died. But I wasn't expecting him to turn that much. So this has been my life for the past almost hour and a half now. Running to Capra, dying, running back to Capra, dying again. Are you kidding me? I got dead angled again. And the AI is just doing weird things now. That's fun. Oh my god. Could we not? That was really weird. Now I'm gonna do the safe strats. Just because I made it this far, I don't want to fuck up. Fuck! I can't believe I rolled that wrong. I was so close, too. It's like I was bashing my head at a brick wall. But right as the brick wall started to give way, my head broke and I died. Really? Could we not? Not. And then I die on the way to the boss. To fire again. I really hate that. The fire has like this really weird linger to the point where if you don't roll at the right time when you roll, like when I roll there, it'll just damage me. Or if I don't roll quickly enough. That's why I always put my shield up when I run like that. Because when you're sprinting, you also take, I think, 1.5 times damage as counter damage. So that's why I take so much damage when I missed that roll and it did like almost all my health. That was counter damage. But those are really weak beginning of the game enemies, so it didn't instantly kill me. Okay, but now I've like pretty much perfected the strat, so I think I should hopefully be able to get it soon. And then there is no boss in the game that has an obnoxious run back like this and then that RNG dog shit. No! Why are you doing different things? See, that time he did a different thing because instead of running forward like he normally does at the start of the fight, he only walked... Fucking really? He only walked forward. So he was in a different position, which caused him to do a different attack. And because I was staggered by the dog dead-angling me for the millionth time, I died. I rolled too early. Because I queued a roll to dodge the dog. And got hit anyways. And then I was too early and that attack has good tracking, so I died. I can't believe I just blew that attempt. If I just played it safe, instead of trying to dodge that attack and retreated, I probably would have been fine. Or no. No, I died that attempt because... Never mind. Shit. Fuck you. Fall off. No, you wanna. Oh, I missed. That's bad. Fuck. And because those dogs have no wind-up on their attacks, I died anyways. Like, I think that's the biggest problem I have with the dogs like that. Their attacks don't have any wind-up. They just, as soon as the dog decides to attack, it's dealing damage. So you have to play very reactionary, but that doesn't work if you have multiple dogs on you. Because the attacks get staggered in such a way that if you... Oh, god damn it. If you don't get them to attack at the exact same time, or hit them both, like I was trying to do, you die. Or, well, you get hit. In this case, I died because I was already at low health. And dogs are bullshit. And I rolled wrong. Which means I'm gonna... Okay. I remembered that time, but I had to roll to avoid the fire there. So I didn't die. close. If I had timed that a split second later, I would have died. Could we not do this game today? Thank you. Oh shit, that's bad. Fuck! I swear to God I dodged! I honestly think my controller is... There's something wrong with my controller, because I'm pressing B. And sometimes it just doesn't. Really? Why didn't it dodge? And I don't know why that happened. I'm gonna be honest. That was really weird. I don't know what the fuck just happened there. Maybe I got stuck on the enemy's hitbox? Or hurtbox, I mean? I have no idea what happened there. Could you not do that, please? This particular run back is almost... Well, actually, no. I take that back. Horsefuck Valley is far worse. But in this specific run, this is pretty bad. Could you not dodge my attacks, please? Thank you. Thank you. Really? That actually went all the way around him. That is some fresh bullshit. Wow. I didn't know that that did that. I have like 1,000 hours in this game, and I honestly cannot say that I knew that that particular attack could go 180 degrees. I guess I shouldn't be surprised though. That whole fight is fucky. Yeah, because I'm fairly confident that when I ran past him, he was still facing towards the fog wall where I came in. So, maybe he started turning around and then initiated the attack, which is what let him do a whole 180 with it. But either way, that's not kosher. Ooh, 823 off of counter. Thank you very much. Wow, really? With that fresh bullshit yet again. Would you maybe decide to fall off? Okay, that hit. Oh, fuck you, really? See, there's a chance when he's coming up the steps that he'll do that two-handed overhead jump that he does, and if he's in the right place when he does it, he can reach the far corner that I stand in. And because I was focused on the dogs, I didn't see him doing it, so I didn't even roll. Which, that's how you normally avoid that. I'm still blaming this fight because the dogs suck. If there was a mod that just removed the dogs from that fight and that's all it did, I would install it. I think this particular fight and one other fight are the two worst designed bosses in this game. The rest of them are really good, but this one with just the dogs. Nothing else about that fight is bad. It's purely the dogs that make that fight suck. Because if I didn't have to worry about killing the dogs, then I could just fight him straight. Oh, god damn it. Why did I fall off like that? Oh, hi. I'm probably dead. Yep. Their hurt boxes are almost as wide as those stairs are. There's a very slim spot where you can fit through if they're standing in the right spot, but if they get right in the middle of the stairs like that, you can't get past them. Which is fun and interactive when they fall down on either side of you. Really? It's funny, the tracking on that one attack is absurdly good, but for the most part in this game, the tracking is awful on enemies. Like, you can circle strafe around most enemies and backstab them when they're just standing there. Like, they just, for some reason, don't turn fast enough. Oh, no. Really? Also, I just love that attack that they do, where they jump at you, and then they have an immediate follow-up like that. So, even though I was mashing dodge as hard as possible, I died anyways. Like, I notice I'm complaining a lot about the game right now, but honestly, it's literally just this one area. With dogs specifically, and with Capra Demon's boss fight specifically. In a normal run, I would have been past this point, like, 45 minutes ago. It might have taken 1 or 2 attempts, but because the damage is so much higher in this, and since everything is pretty much a one-shot, it's taking forever. Oh, you just let me do the dash tap. That's cool. Also, just the RNG of what those dogs do on the way up here is interesting. Okay, okay. Please don't do anything weird. Oh, the dogs are stuck behind him. That's funny. Oh, shit. That's interesting and bad. No! God damn it! I really wish I had some kind of poise so that those attacks did not stagger me. But I can't put on any armor that has poise because that'll put me into a mid-roll. So every attack staggers me. Actually, I don't think it would matter for the dog specifically because they for some reason For some odd reason, dogs and rats in this game have absurdly high poise break stats. Like, normal enemies, if you have like 20 or 30 poise, you can take 1 or 2 hits before it'll break your poise and stagger you. But dogs and rats, unless you have close to the max possible poise, they break your poise. And poise is just a stat that allows you to get hit and not be staggered, by the way. Fuck, really? Oh, I'm stuck. That's cool. Why couldn't I roll off? I literally tried to roll off because I noticed that there were too many people up here. And I was going to get my shield broken, which I did. But I think the dog was too close, and his hurt box prevented me from being able to roll off. Ain't that some shit? It's just such RNG whether or not I can get the dogs to fall off the damn side quickly enough that I can deal with them before the Capra Demon starts becoming a problem. And then you have to, and then the other problem is when the Capra Demon does his little two-handed overhead swipe jump, which can hit me, I have to keep that in mind. But then, if he does that and I dodge it, I'm probably also going to get hit by a dog, which might kill me. Fuck me dead. Really? The same thing happened again. Okay, but I made it through this time. This is fine. Are you kidding? I was standing all the way at the left side of the steps and that still hit me. Did you see that? I was as far over to the left on those steps as I could get and it still hit me. Hitboxes just suck. Whoa, that was a freakishly long lunge. Okay, let's not get stuck somewhere weird. Closer. Oh my okay, that's fine. Oh, really? I have no words for that one. I'm pretty sure that dog turned like 90 degrees to dead angle my shield. petition for FromSoft to update the game and remove dogs. And you know what? It's funny because as bad as dogs are in this game, they're even worse in Dark Souls 3 somehow. Because in Dark Souls 3, they can teleport. And it's not like... It's not teleporting as like a part of their actual regular moveset. It's not a part of their actual regular moveset. It's just a glitch that when they move a certain amount, they can just teleport to you to attack. It's hilariously bad. So the one thing I'll give the dogs in Dark Souls 1 is that they don't teleport to be able to hit you. They just move. They can just run about as fast as you can sprint. Fuck, really? That was counter damage. That which killed me. I wouldn't have died if I hadn't rolled. But I had to roll, so... At least I'm playing on PC, so the load times are fast, right? If I was playing on PS4, we'd still be in a loading screen right now. The only good thing about this is I only have to do it once. Once I've done it the first time, I never have to do it again. Because I get to keep the item. Oh, that's my second humanity. Cool. That means I've killed those two enemies specifically 200 times. Really? Just because I'm feeling like a bitch, I'm gonna check and see if there is a mod. Nope. There isn't. That is unfortunate. Okay, that's not actually bad. So I managed to roll before they got down. Let's see. Fuck that attack. That attack really does hit like in a 180-degree arc. Okay, that worked out just fine. Please don't. Okay, Capra, can you get an attack? That will not instantly... Wow. I got dead angled again. I'm just noticing, I think my headset tracks my movement. The movement of my head. So that the sound is always in the right spot. That's really cool. This is only a $30 headset, too. Oh, an item. Bandit's knife. Yeah, I'm not using that. Fuck you! Really? I just need to start remembering to roll every time I see that dog right there. Because that's some fucking bullshit. Although, this headset doesn't actually have a mic. It's headphones. But the cool thing about it is it comes with a interchangeable cord that you can plug into, for example, 6.5mm stuff like amps. Or you can swap it to the other side and plug it into like regular 3.5mm jacks. But it was only $32.99, I think. I got it on Amazon. I can send you the link later, Fred. The sound quality is really good to it. Which, it seems like the total package, which makes me doubt its durability. So we'll have to see how long this thing lasts. Because it might just break tomorrow, which would leave me a very sad boy. God damn it. Oh, well, I might be fucked. Let me bring you guys down here. Wow! I was sprinting and that still hit me. Oh. I'm in a terrible position right now. Please jump off the side, please. 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 Nope. I'll just get chipped to death. You know what? That would have actually been really fine if I had full health. Because he chipped me to death. If I had full health, he would have jumped off, and then I would have just followed him down and plunge attacked. And we would have been in a really good position. And that's just unfortunate. What the fuck? Oh. Oh, and then I died. Well, that was almost bad. I accidentally the follow-up R2, which has much less range than, Will you let me pass, please? No? Okay. Okay, this is fine. Wow, that really does have some absurd fucking tracking. Okay, we got the dogs dead. Now, if you would hurry up, Mr. Kappa Demon. I mean, Capper Demon. Can you not roll back, please? Okay, thank you. Oh, that was almost very, very bad. Fucking did it! Fuck yeah! That was good. That was very good. Okay, now we got the Gauntlets of Horrific Binding, which I think... Yeah. So this one... I can put them on, and then when I enter a boss room, if I die during the boss fight... it'll respawn me right outside the boss room. So for difficult bosses that have really bad runbacks, I can skip the runback and just attempt the boss right again. And it's even more useful once I get the other item, which I believe is on the next boss. That's, through that door down there that I showed you earlier. It's down there, and I think after I beat that boss, I'll get an item that it's a chest plate that when I equip it, it reduces my health to 20%, which will put me in RTSR range, which like you saw earlier when I was fighting Taurus Demon and I did that massive damage. That was from the Red Tearstone ring. So then I can always be in RTSR range and respawn right outside the boss room. So I don't have to worry about these really bad runbacks and finding RTSR setups. And just fight the boss with the best possible damage. Wow, really? Yeah. That's what makes this mod so good. If the mod was just, oh, you get the NG pluses scale infinitely. Also, fuck, I died, but my souls will be nearby. The 6% increase, it would make certain bosses like 4 kings, which there's 4. Like the way, I don't know if you've played Dark Souls, but there's 4 bosses, and it starts off with 1, but more spawn on a timer. So the first boss spawns, then I think like a minute later the second boss spawns, then a minute after that the third boss spawns, and so on and so forth until you've killed the boss. And technically it's 4 kings, but there can be more than 4 kings if you don't have enough damage. But the problem is, a new king, it's not that a new king spawns whenever you kill one. A new king spawns whenever that timer is up. So if you don't have high enough damage, then fuck. you'll end up with multiple kings spawning at the same time, which obviously is really bad, and you don't want that. Also, notice how I died all the way down there at the bottom of those steps, but my soul were put right at the top of that thing. Yeah, maximum 4 kings can be on the screen at once, but more than 4 can spawn. And the problem is, if you don't have high enough DPS, you can end up with those 4 kings, which makes the fight much more difficult. And additionally, they can do magic attacks that are basically unavoidable. And so if one of those attacks happens, you just die. So the Gauntlets of Horrific Binding make it so that you don't have to do the really long run back from here all the way down to the 4 Kings boss room every time you get killed by magic. Or have too many bosses or whatever. Anyways, it's 9 o'clock, so I have to work tomorrow. So I'm gonna head off the stream for now. Probably no stream tomorrow because I work from 7 to 5 tomorrow. But there'll probably be a stream on Monday at 4 and on Tuesday and Wednesday at noon. So, with that said, I'm done for the night. I'll see you all later if you come back. Thanks for showing up, Fred and Dark Delver. I appreciate it. Good night.